Hey there and welcome to another video. Today we are checking out the band Aesthetic Perfection and the song is Gods and Gold. This features Richard Z. Crisp of Rammstein. So looking forward to checking this out, but before we start the video, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, because you know it's time for Musician Reacts. Okay, so Aesthetic Perfection. I've not checked this band out before, so this will be a first time listening to for this band. But looking forward to it. If it's got Richard Z. Crisp in it, I'm expecting it to be kind of quite industrial driven. But yeah, let's find out. Now, there's no pausing, no talking. That way you get to enjoy the song. I get to enjoy the song. At the end of it, we'll break down the lyrics. We will talk about the video at that point. But let's get into it now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gods and there is a darkness, it breaks a stage at war, a inner conflict, the seeds of vitriol. We're taking the candles and crumble and fall. We came for a cause and we nothing at all. It's nothing to hold them to love. Is there no hope? We wanna be free. We're hanging on something I'm not angry. I'm blood and we're running the streets. Is there no hope? Oh, oh, for all our woes. Oh, oh, when we outgrow there is no justice. There is just rage and greed. To live with conscience is to live on your knees. The sea is the fingers of faith that you pay. The blackness is burning inside of the day. We're heading to hell in a blaze. Is there no hope? We're taking him ditches and dragging him down. Loyally, royally, pay for the ground. We're believing down. Is there no hope? Oh.
Okay, there we go. Aesthetic Perfection, Gods and Golds, featuring Richard Z. Crisp from Rammstein. You can definitely hear the Rammstein guitar tone, which is very cool. So a couple of things I'm going to go before I get into the music itself and lyrics and stuff like that. One thing I've noticed with a lot of videos recently, everyone's doing these kind of 30-second end of video titles. As a general viewer, you generally, if I was watching a video, I would end up skipping those in a lot of cases, unless there was some information in there that I might want to see. I would personally, if I was doing a video, I would actually have the length of that 30 seconds, over the last 30 seconds of the song, have it across the bottom screen. You know how they have the news on like CNN, and just have it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Because to be honest, most people are going to see it more that way if you actually have it as part of the music video than you are at the end of the video. That's just a personal thing. If you want to then have some like links to future videos and stuff like that at the end, that's fine. But yeah, I only ever leave them up there because obviously I'm doing the reaction video. But if I was watching this in a general video, I would end up probably jumping onto another video or something else. That's just anyone that's watching that's doing videos. Right, let's talk about the song. So talking about the performance, obviously it is just so Aesthetic Perfection is basically just Daniel Graves with a live drummer, so he does all the work, vocals, keyboards, and all the programming of all instrumentation. So that's very cool. They've done plenty of albums from the looks of it. So we've got 7 albums, so plenty of work's been going on. Classed as American electronica, so varied styles in there. I could definitely hear some sort of it felt like that was like some real trap elements in there. And obviously with the industrial electronica as well. So I liked those. It actually sounded very, very cool. I like his kind of the little flowing kind of that kind of flowing vocal that he did. That was cool. Not a big fan of his scratchy, growly stuff because it is because of his vocal tone. I think it's a little bit just too raw. I love his clean voice. He's got a really beautiful range, and that might be why he's kind of really scratchy in his growly. Some people really like it. I like a kind of if you're going to go for that growly kind of thing, I like a bit more low end on it. It's just but for what it is, for that scratchy kind of growly vocal, he did it really well. It's just a personal style, personal preference. But his clean stuff, really liked that all the way through. All when he went up beautifully high, that was lovely. Really liked it. Two personalities in the videos, so from different sides of the coin. So we had the black and the white, different dressing. So that looks very interesting. Didn't really take me through a journey as far as the storytelling within the video. I didn't pick up on anything specifically from the title of Gods and Golds and that video to make me kind of link in to a story. So we're going to pull up the lyrics, which I've got. So there is darkness, it breeds just hate and war for our inner conflict. So talk about inner conflict, two sides of a coin. The seeds of vitriol, we're clinging to castles that crumble and fall. We die for a cause that means nothing at all. Our soul is the whole of the law. Is there no hope? We want to feel something. We want to be free. We're hanging ourselves on our family tree. Our blood, it will run in the streets. Lots of talk about war, lots of so the clinging to a castle that's crumble and fall, so that's trying to stay within the power and it's falling apart. We die for a cause that means nothing at all. That's very true, and people still die for causes that really there's no reason to die for. That's a whole different debate for another time. Okay, is there no hope for all our woes? We will outgrow our endless war of gods and gold. So I feel this is something around the gods and golds are people that have put themselves on a pinnacle and are in power, and the gold being obviously the power and the taking all the worth and the wealth, and people are dying for that to support that maybe. Let's have a look at the next line. There is no justice. There's just rage and greed. To live with conscience is to live on your knees. They say that salvation's a price that you pay. The blackness is spreading in the light of the day. We're heading to hell in a blaze. Yeah. So I think that one, to live with conscience is to live on your knees, is basically saying if you do the right thing, you're going to be basically penalized for it. And that's how big powers work. You either toe the line. And I completely understand where that comes from. And I've gone up historically in businesses I've worked in where I've been managers, and I've gone up against the big head office people because I disagree with policy which is basically going to screw over my team, screw over my people. And the one example I'm going to give you here now is where I wanted to help. I had some people that were basically suffering from disabilities, and this company had approached me about giving them work experience, and then could I give them some form of employment. So I gave them some work experience, and we made some adjustments to the job role to help them in the work experience. And then I wanted to take them on, and I contacted the company and said, look, is there any way we can get support for this so that we can give these people chances to get into work? Yes, they've got some learning difficulties, and there are certain jobs they may not be able to do, but I think it's right that if they can't do it, we should be giving them support to try and help them. And the answer I got back is the job description is the job description. If they can't do it, they can't be employed. And I just kind of felt, well, these people are never going to be able to get jobs then. They're going to become street sweepers. We're penalising them because of their health, and I felt that was wrong. And I went up against the company for it. Did I win? No, I lost, and I left that company. But, and this is where I kind of stand, is I believe that everyone deserves that opportunity, and businesses screw over people because they always want the best, and that means that no one is given that opportunity to develop and to be the best, to be better. And they've got some amazing people out there if you give them the opportunity. So, and that's where I think this sort of thing coming from. So, yeah, to live with my conscience if my conscience was it the right decision to fight and push to employ people that maybe not the best out there, but they had skills that I thought were beneficial, and it was an opportunity for that person to become better. I stood on my grounds on that, and I live my conscience. Unfortunately, I pay for it with my job in the long run. But at least I can sleep at night. That's my kind of thought there. So maybe that's kind of where this is going, I think. But I really liked it. I really liked the song. I really liked the energy behind it. A bit different from what I would normally kind of listen to, but definitely fun anyway. Now, if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, and share. Remember, always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, don't always be Batman. Take care.